Hey guys, today we're going to do some box blading on a driveway, gravel driveway. I'll show you what we have and I'll show you what we're going to use to do it. And let's keep our fingers crossed and see. Hopefully it'll work out great. Let's check it out. All right guys, here's what we're looking at. This is a gravel driveway. It has not been groomed in several years. Getting a lot of weed growth in the center and it just doesn't look that good. The snowplow person, who is not me, has done some significant damage, has pushed some big piles into the backyard. I'll show you that as we get down there. But yeah, basically the goal here is to try to re-groom this driveway and save what they have without bringing in gravel. So that's our goal. Let's take a look down here. All right, here's down the end of it. It's actually, this is all driveway over here, which is really pretty rough. So we're gonna try to drag back some of this stone. As you can see over there too, the snow plow has piled up a lot of stone over there, and there's a very large pile of stone over here too. So that's probably what we're gonna do first, is to get these big piles. I don't know if back blading or using the box blade is better, but we're gonna try it out and see how it works. Here's some of the things you got to look for when you're doing jobs like this, because 9 out of 10 times when they do electric, someone did it as a homeowner, they didn't bury it 30 inches down, there's no conduit. So there's the electric line coming out to the garage, and I'm willing to bet that it is not 30 inches down. So the last thing we want to do is rip up this power line here and then have to worry about that getting fixed. So we know the cord is here, and I'm gonna assume it's a straight shot to the house. So where all this gravel is down here, we have to really be careful, because the box blade could dig down with those, with the cutters. And there I can see there's the electric line coming out of the house right there. So chances are it's a straight shot probably to the garage, I would assume. So we got to be really careful not to dig up the power line there. Here's a view from the other direction. So let's get unloaded and let's try to get a nice nice line on this driveway. All right, and here's what we're going to use. We have a box blade set up here, and we have a hydraulic top link set up on this machine. We have the whole Summit hydraulic. I'll put that in the end screen too for the setup if you're interested in the hydraulic setup. But having a hydraulic top link is amazing, because it makes things so much easier for you to angle your blade. You can either tilt it this way or that way. It makes it really nice when you're coming on and off the trailer. So at this point, we really just want to run the rippers. We're not worried about where we're moving the material yet, or we're not worried about mounting in the center. Basically, we just want the rippers to go in there and break up the material, so then it's easy for us to move it. Plus, that way it takes out all of the weeds and things that are growing in there. So that's the first part of this job, and that's what we're doing in the beginning here. And as I mentioned several times, we do not have to manually adjust those rippers up or down. We just use the hydraulic top link, and that makes the job so much easier and effective. And then we don't want the rippers down, we just tilt it back. So I think it's a must-have. All right, guys, so you know, as I was explaining before, having the hydraulic top link is really amazing because I don't actually have to adjust the height of my I don't know what you call those things, scarifiers. I'm not really sure what the actual correct term is, but at that height I can just angle my blade and I really don't have to move those, which, you know, if you don't have to move them, it's nice and easy. So now with the link all the way out, it's just catching, we're just using the blade on the front and on the back to kind of level out our driveway. It's done a really nice job. It's taken out just about all of the weeds in there, kind of brought a lot of the gravel. I mean, it looked like they needed gravel, but there's so much gravel here. It just was, you know, it just needed to be like kind of dug up. So we are going to level out this area here, and then we're going to smooth the entire driveway out from one end to the other. And then once we get to that point, we're going to angle our blade so we can make a mound in the center of the driveway for water purposes. But when we get to that point, then I'll show you what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. All right, guys, so we pretty much have the driveway leveled out to the point that we're happy with. We got almost all of the overgrowth or weeds, whatever you want to call them, out of the driveway. It looks really nice and clean. So next step, you know, we got our sides cleaned up the best that we can. We're going to try and get in there with the blower and the rake, but there's just so much. And like I said before, with the electric line over there, we don't want to dig down any deeper. So there's just a lot of gravel there, but we'll straighten out best we can there. But most importantly is the level of the driveway. It looks really, really nice. The box blade is an absolute amazing tool. It does a fabulous job. We pulled in, you know, the gravel from the side there. Now, next thing we're going to do, we talked about, was we want to mound pretty much, you know, just like your street. You always want the highest point to be in the middle. You don't want it to be perfectly flat because you don't want water to build up. You want the water to run off so you don't get puddling in the winter. We're up here in the Northeast, so it freezes. So next thing we're going to do now is we're going to angle our box blade so we can grab from the sides and center it to the center. So let me show you how we're going to do that. So the box blade is level. I know the ground's not perfectly level here, so don't look at it and be like, no, it's more on this side. It's level. So what we're going to do is we are going to raise one side of the blade up, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. So we'll be on an angle, so the sides will dig down and the material will move over towards the center. We don't have a hydraulic link on this, which would be really nice, but we're going to tighten this up, which is going to, like I said, is going to bring this side of the blade up. So now that side is going to grab the material and it's going to slide it over toward the center. So we'll grab from the sides and we'll bring it over to the center as we go up and down the driveway. And obviously we're going to show you how that works. Okay, so now, I don't know if you can see with the camera lens, but we've lifted this side up probably about an inch, maybe 2 inches. And that side's lower about 2 inches. So now when we drag the blade, like I said, it should grab the material from the outer sides of the driveway and it should put it towards the center of the driveway, giving us a mound. So we'll go up one side, down the other side. And you do that just by adjusting this. So that's
right, guys, that is it. There is the final product here. It came out really nice and level. And then here's one last view from this way.
All right, guys, so that's it. Another adventure, new job for us. I think it overall came out really great. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace. Take care.